CBS 12 News starts now with breaking news.
And breaking right now at 6 as we come on the air, the desperate search for survivors continues after a deadly condo collapse near Miami Beach. These are the headlines millions across the nation are waking up to now, from national network to well-known newspapers, local stations across South Florida. One person is dead. 99 people are still unaccounted for after a condo collapse while people were sleeping. Take a look at this video. You need to see this. The moment that 12-story Champlain Towers South building came down, 55 of the 136 units collapsing. You're seeing it right there. It happened in just 10 seconds. CBS 12 News has team coverage all morning long, everything from the search for survivors overnight to people holding out hope, wanting to reunite with their families. We start with our Matt Lincoln right there in Surfside reporting live. Matt, the crews were there all night long searching. They did not stop.
Yeah, we're a block away of 88th and Collins right here. You can see Champlain Towers South behind me. Before we take some of the video of what we've seen here overnight, I want to zoom in here and take a look at what we're seeing right now. You can see behind me a lot more smoke. This is just sort of started up and changed here over the past few minutes. We did get a very quick shower, very quick, and since then we've seen a lot of smoke back there. Now there's a large fire truck to the left with a ladder. Earlier we were seeing the area of the tower be hosed down, but really a thing to remember here is we're only seeing the corner of the rubble here, and the majority of the issues here were on the beach side, and now where we are behind the police tape. We are at a safe distance away from where the safety and rescue people are helping to see if there are any people underneath this rubble. I want to bring in right now Terry Hornstein, who's been following all the latest. Terry, we haven't really got a lot of updates here over the past few hours, but what do we know right now?
Well, crews here, they're not only battling time to see if they can pull anyone out of this building, but they're also battling as well a lot of rubble out here. And now they're battling the smoke and the flames out here. I mean, we have this ladder truck, as Matt said, back up right now. Earlier, it was just pouring water on this site. So you can imagine when firefighters need to be out here listening to see if they hear anyone with all that water coming down, it makes their job even harder. So the information we have right now at this hour, at the 6 o'clock hour, we know one person has been confirmed dead. Now, our crews did see another body being pulled out from the rubble, but we need to speak to law enforcement before we get that information confirmed. Any more information there? We also, yesterday, we saw very early in the morning, very early into this search and rescue mission, just as fire crews got here, we did see a young boy pulled out. It was a miraculous rescue to see that boy just pulled out from this rubble. Now, we know so many families. I mean, we spoke to a woman just moments ago, desperate to find her sister. So many families just desperate to find their loved ones, showing us pictures, hoping they're alive, hoping they may be at a hospital somewhere else. We've also heard from our politicians who say they are pledging all of their support right now.
This is a tragedy without precedent in the United States of America. The devastation that I witnessed today is the likes of which I've never seen, and I have been to Haiti and other nations, but to see one building come down like this inexplicably.
The search here could take longer than a week. It could take more than a week to finish the work out here. And something else that we've heard a lot of people say in the last 28 hours, 29 hours or so since this building came down is buildings like this, they just don't collapse. So we can expect an extensive investigation to take place, but that's going to happen much later on after this search and rescue mission is complete.
Yeah, the woman that we just spoke with, Ashley, her sister, as you had said, is currently missing. She's just kind of wandering the streets. There's a feeling you could see some of these people that kind of don't know what to do with themselves. What officials are asking them to do is to go to the Reunification Center, which is just a few blocks away down the street on Collins, and that's where we find our CBS 12's Madeline Montgomery with the links there. Maddie, what do you see?
Matt, I'm about a mile from you guys, and back in this building right now, family members are asleep on mats waiting for answers about their loved ones. I actually spoke with two women who were standing outside of the center. They told me that they've been here since yesterday, and they stay because they're just holding out hope that they hear something. And we have video of what the center looked like yesterday, full of tears and photos of the missing. Hundreds of people flooded the center looking for answers, family and friends desperately asking if anyone has seen their loved ones.
I hope that Judy is still alive and still there.
Until we definitively know there is hope. It's just, dwindling by the minute.
The center is full of food that has been brought in by volunteers. They're full of snacks and water bottles for families looking for their loved ones, and for all of the volunteers and first responders that are still out here. And many people here say that they are going to stay put until they hear something about their missing loved ones. For now, live in Surfside, Madeline Montgomery, CBS 12 News.
This is such a difficult time, certainly for people. Both Terry and I have been speaking to people up in Palm Beach County that, have loved ones that right now are missing. If you are one of those people, there's a hotline that you can call. I got the number right now here that should be putting on your screen for you. It's 305-614-1819. That's 305-614-1819. And that's not only if you are looking for a loved one, but even if you have confirmation that the loved one that lives here is safe, because once again we still have 99 people unaccounted for. Those are people that authorities are just trying to reach out to, just trying to get and see whether or not they need to be looking for them in this rubble.
The uncertainty is unimaginable waiting on these answers. A lot of work to be done today. We are posting constant updates to this story right now, our continuing coverage at CBS12.com. You can also download our free app. At 6:07, we want to go to Lauren now, check on the forecast both for the Surfside area, how it could impact those search efforts, and also our local forecast today, Lauren.
That's right. So we're starting to see some of the rain down in Surfside move out. They had a brief little downpour there. It's dry now, but I'm watching another little shower coming on shore. This might just briefly pass that area. But good news, there's no lightning anywhere within any of these showers, but little bits of rain could be moving on shore there periodically through the morning. We've got the same thing happening here. Showers coming to shore through northern Palm Beach County, a little bit of rain as well out near Jupiter Farms. With that east wind, everything gets pushed inland through the day. This is 8 o'clock. So we're going to continue to see the possibility of some rain and a few downpours moving through. It's a typical rainy season pattern for us today. Here's 11:15. Downpours moving inland. A few thunderstorms are possible later as well. The strongest activity I do expect to be closer to Lake Okeechobee. Between today and tomorrow, we'll probably overall pick up maybe a half an inch to an inch of rain. We need it. This is great to see. Localized higher amounts are going to be possible for anyone that gets stuck under a really, really heavy downpour or a very slow-moving storm. Today's forecast is very similar to yesterday's. Isolated showers for the morning, thunderstorms developing into the afternoon, especially inland, and then we'll be nice and warm across the area today also, with our highs headed towards the mid to upper 80s. When we have that east wind, we tend to stop right around the 80s compared to if we have a west wind coming off a very hot inland Florida. So hot and humid, or warm and humid, I should say, across the area today. Ashley?
All right, Lauren, we want to go right back live now to Surfside. After that condo collapse, when we come right back, an emotional interview with a woman searching for her sister this morning. You are watching CBS 12 News this morning, the 1-2 Turn 2. At 6:12, right back live to Surfside near Miami Beach, where there is a state of emergency after about a third of a building came crashing down. 102 people are accounted for. Their location is known. They are safe, but 99 people are still missing. You see some smoke. They've been encountering fires just as a result of that building collapsing since yesterday. There's also some rain in the mix that's been coming in and out. The next briefing we are expecting here at this scene right around 8 a.m. this morning. We will keep you updated. Here is what we know about this building, Champlain Towers building. It's a 12-story condo complex, about 130 units. The South Tower was the one that collapsed. It was built in 1981. The town of Surfside requires multifamily buildings like this one to be recertified every 40 years. Our I-team put in public records requests asking about the most recent inspections and recertifications. We are working to get you those answers. And as our crews are live in Surfside this morning, people are waking up, headed there too. Families searching for their loved ones. Our Terry Hornstein just spoke to a woman holding out hope her sister will be found in the rubble. You have to watch this interview.
You know, Ashley, good morning. We've heard for the last 28 hours people desperate to find their loved ones, hoping and praying that they are somewhere still underneath that rubble and will be saved. So right now, I want to bring you in. Your sister is missing right now. What was your name?
Ashley Dean.
Ashley Dean. Okay, so show us a picture here. This is your baby sister, your younger sister. She lived in the building.
Yes, she did. She lived in 8777, 4th floor, unit 410. Her name is Cassie Stratton.
And tell me how you found out this news.
We have a friend named Patrick that lives in the neighborhood. He wound up catching something on the news. He called me at 3 o'clock in the morning and told me, and I was in absolute utter shock and disbelief. I then turned on the news and I also saw it. I called my sister's husband and he was frantic. And he began to tell me the story of he was on the phone with my sister at 1:30 a.m., which would have been, so it was 12:30 my time, 1:30 Miami time. I live in New Orleans. And he said he was on the phone with Cassie. Cassie was on the balcony on the 4th floor, and she was telling her husband in a frantic way that the pool was sinking, the ground was cracking. And he's like, well, what do you mean? What's going on? She says, the pool is sinking, the ground is shaking. And then she told him, she says, the building's shaking, the building's shaking. And then she screamed a screech, and the phone went dead, and we've never heard from her again.
And how are you feeling this morning? I mean, I know obviously just extremely worried, but you told me also you're holding out some hope here.
I'm really holding out some hope because my sister Cassie is a yoga instructor. She's very physically fit. She's very smart. And I can only hope that, you know, if she is in the rubble, that she's got herself crunched up and she's waiting to be saved. She's waiting to come back. I just have this utter hope that my baby sister's going to come back.
Talk to me a little bit about your emotions. You know, you've been up, I'm sure, not being able to sleep. Talk to me a little bit about your emotions.
My emotions are all over the place. My baby sister's my best friend. We talk all the time. I have her location. I watched her location at several times today until it was no more. My emotions are high and low, and I want to cry and I want to scream, but I want to be strong because I just want to hold every ounce of hope that my baby is in there and that she's still alive and they're going to find her.
What would you like to say to Cassie if she's still in that building or somewhere else? What would you like to say to your younger sister?
That I'm here and that I won't leave until you're found. And then I'll sleep on the beach every day, and I will let you know that I will never lose hope, and that I'm waiting for you, and I'll never give up.
All right, thank you so much. We're thinking about you and really thinking about all the families this morning in the same situation, hoping and praying that their loved ones are found. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
We are in awe of this woman here in the studio, just staying strong through these extremely difficult times. Lauren, I know you're checking on the forecast. You're also checking on, what's going on in Surfside weather-wise that could have an impact on the search efforts.
That's right. So they had a little brief shower there that has ended. A little bit more rain just to their south that could be coming on shore shortly. So you can see tiny little showers moving through portions of the area. The good news is there's no lightning within any of those showers there now. Obviously lightning, we don't want to be outdoors during any time there's a thunderstorm outside. So right now, luckily, it's just some very brief, very fast moving showers out there. We've got rain coming on shore right now in northern Palm Beach County. A little bit of rain out near Wellington. I want to get a quick check on the tropics right now. Monitoring this wave coming off the coast of Africa with a 20 to 30% chance of development through the next 2 to 5 days. This might maybe become a brief depression early next week. We'll keep a close eye on it, though. The next name on our list is Danny, should we see any storms start developing over the next several weeks. Live look outside from the airport camera. There's the moon. Remember, it's a full moon now, starting to set down on the horizon. Skies outside right now, partly cloudy. We will see some isolated rain later today, a few thunderstorms as well. Highs today will be in the upper 80s, or mid to upper 80s across the area. We'll get a check on our roads right now, and we're taking a live look outside. This is North Lake Boulevard right near I-95. Looking off in that west direction there, traffic up to speed up and down our major highways and side streets.
And at 6:18, we're looking ahead to this today. Vice President Kamala Harris is about to visit the southern border amid mounting pressure from Republicans. We are looking ahead what to expect. Also, live look, that condo complex collapse in Surfside. Our CBS 12 News crews are right there covering this intense search and rescue mission. We will go back to my co-anchor Matt Lincoln for a live report in 3 minutes. At 6:21, right back live to the deadly condo collapse in Surfside as it's just starting to get light out there. Right now, we know one person is dead, 99 people unaccounted for, missing right now. Several people have made their way to a reunification center, hoping to find out more about their loved ones. CBS 12 News has been talking to many people at this scene.
I have never seen so many ambulances and police in my life all at once. It looked like something from like 9/11, literally.
Having seen that building from the other side, we have to all pray. We're going to all continue to work, but we need everybody to continue to pray.
I don't want to be pessimistic, but they are, we've been calling them like non-stop, no reply.
I want to go back to our Matt Lincoln right now. He is right there in Surfside near this scene, updating us on the rescue efforts. Matt, we know they've been working all night long. The sun is just starting to come up out there. What is the latest on these search efforts?
Yeah, that's the good news, right, is that we are being able to see more light here, so the sun's up. That theoretically could help some of the rescue efforts that are going on right now. What is not helping them, though, are the fires that keep popping up. Right now, you can see the smoke here behind me. We just saw a huge water tanker pull up, and it's kind of hard to see because there are some trucks in our way, but there is a steady flow of water right now trying to get those fires out. Of course, we don't know how those fires really are affecting the structure of this building, and that's one of the other things that has made this recovery effort so difficult, is that we don't know how strong the rest of this building is, and of course that's the absolute last thing that anyone wants to see, is the rest of this building come on down over the first responders that are out here trying to save lives. We're going to keep here all this morning, going to keep on giving you updates. We're waiting till 8 a.m. when we are going to get our latest update from authorities, but as of right now, still just one confirmed person dead here behind me at this condo collapse in Surfside, and the search is still on for 99 people.
All right, Matt Lincoln reporting live. We're seeing that smoke right behind him. We've also seen rain moving in and out quickly, too. I want to check with Lauren for that, because the rain could certainly play a role in the search effort.
That's right. Showers coming on shore this morning. Luckily, there's no lightning down there. A brief shower really likely not going to put too much of an issue for those rescuers. But, of course, if there's lightning outdoors, that's obviously when it becomes very unsafe. Check on our forecast up across the Treasure Coast. We got a nice downpour right now moving through portions of Stewart and through Jensen Beach, coming into Port St. Lucie. A little shower just south of Fort Pierce and the inlet there. Hope Sound. We also have some rain coming on shore. The Treasure Coast right now, your skies are partly cloudy, 76 degrees in Vero, 75 is your dew point temperature. The closer those two numbers are together, the more humid it is outside. It's another muggy start out there. The day ahead for you in Port St. Lucie, we're going to see those isolated showers and a few thunderstorms developing, especially as we head into the afternoon, with your temperatures today headed back to the mid to upper 80s. That's where I expect everyone's highs to be for the afternoon, of course, with the humidity probably feeling a little warmer at times.
6:24 is the time, and today Vice President Kamala Harris is headed to El Paso, Texas. She will be visiting the southern border for the first time since taking office. This is all part of her role in leading the Biden administration's efforts to control the number of migrants coming into the U.S. Our Kara Duffy tracking the biggest national stories of the day from our live desk. And Kara, this visit comes as the vice president is facing a lot of criticism.
That's right. The vice president has come under heavy fire, facing criticism from both parties as to why she has not made this trip sooner. After all, President Biden appointed Harris more than 3 months ago to help handle the crisis at the border. When faced with questions surrounding her absence there, no straight answer. The White House press secretary only saying the VP would go to the border, quote, when the time was right. Well, it looks like that time is now. Today, Harris will visit El Paso, Texas, along with the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas. While there, she's set to tour a Customs and Border Patrol processing center, talk to advocates from faith-based organizations, as well as shelter and legal service providers. Meanwhile, Harris's border visit comes just days before former President Donald Trump is set to travel to the border. He'll be joined by Texas GOP Governor Greg Abbott and a group of House Republicans. Ashley?
All right, Kara, at 6:26, we have a lot more to cover this morning. Our breaking team coverage continues from the deadly condo collapse near Miami Beach as the sun is starting to come up there, making things brighter for rescue efforts to see what's happening. We have a full update, all the rescue efforts underway on the other side of this break.